Hello, this is Top Creator and we're making videos of Seoul tours, and this episode is about old downtown Seoul. Seoul used to be a walled city, so there are gates to get inside the city. Inside the wall, there are palaces for royal family and villages for normal people. So we're going to show you all of it. Gyeongbokgung Palace is the main palace and is the biggest. Even though substantial portion of the palace was restored, still it is definitely a must-visit palace because you're going to see the biggest traditional architecture of Korea and the biggest traditional pavilion and the most beautiful pavilion of its kind. And don't miss out on changing guard ceremony. Changdeokgung Palace is the best preserved palace and only UNESCO designated palace in Korea. It is built in harmony with the nature perfectly, so you'll feel like you're inside the nature, not in the palace. Royal Garden is really beautiful, especially during the autumn season. Jongmyo is a shrine housing the spirit tablets of former kings and queens of Joseon dynasty. The shrine is a symbolic structure that conveys the legitimacy of royal family, where the king visited regularly to participate in the ancestral rites to wish for safety and security of the people and state. Jongmyo is the oldest and most authentic of the Confucian royal ancestral shrines. Jongmyo Jere worship rites are still carried out first Sunday of May, together with the accompanying ritual music and dance performance. We're going to show you Hanok villages in Seoul. Hanok means traditional Korean house. Bukchon Hanok village is the best preserved traditional village in Seoul, so there are lots of Hanoks. Many Hanoks are now government-owned property. It's called public Hanok. There are also many Hanok hotels where you can actually stay overnight. We stay at one of the oldest Hanok. Hanok was really nice. When we checked in, the tea was provided and it was really nice. And they also have original Ondo traditional underfloor heating system. There was a room to experience the traditional Ondo heating system. Breakfast was served and it was really delicious. There are many restaurants and cafes in Bukchon Hanok village. We tried traditional Korean food at Hanok. There is Insadong Antique Market near Bukchon Hanok village. 100 years ago, people living in village used to come here to sell arts and antiques. Now they still have antique shops, but mostly shops they sell traditional products and souvenirs. If you're looking for gifts for your families and friends, this is the place. There are also many restaurants. We went to the oldest restaurant in Korea and had beef soup seolleongtang. Next to Insadong, there is Jogesa Temple. Even though the temple is small, but it is still worth a visit because this is the main temple for Jogaejong, the biggest Korean Buddhism. Insadong Hanok village is a small village full of traditional Hanok houses. Interestingly, they are all commercialized They have all kinds of cafes and restaurants like Italian, French, Mexican, American, Chinese, Japanese, and of course Korean. We tried Korean restaurant. This restaurant was interesting because each table has a small private garden. Seoul Hanok village is located on the west of Gyeongbokgung Palace. There is no famous Hanok alley like the one in Bukchon Hanok village, but still you can find traditional Hanok here and there. We stayed at one of Hanok's. It wasn't 100% authentic traditional Hanok, but it was still nice and cozy. There are actually many interesting restaurants here in Seoul. We tried the restaurant that serves Western food with ingredients from Jeju Island. Tongi Market is a traditional market located in Seoul. It is small but good enough to experience the traditional market in Korea. And they have the famous boiled tteokbokki. Inwangsan Mountain is very near from Seoul, so we recommend hiking Inwangsan Mountain. Seoul city view is amazing. Namdaemun Gate, also known as South Gate, was the main entrance of Seoul. People used to use this gate to get into Seoul up until 100 years ago. Now you can still walk through the gate to get into Old Seoul. Because of the gate, there was traffic, so market was created, and it is the largest traditional market in Korea. It is called Namdaemun Market. It is really big. You can definitely experience traditional market of Korea here. There are also many different alleys for different food. We tried hairtail fish alley. It was really delicious. Dongdaemun area, also known as East Gate, used to be a sports complex built by Japan during the Japanese occupation of Korea. They're gone now because we built the new sports complex in Jamsil for 1988 Summer Olympic Games. Now you can find DDP, Dongdaemun Design Plaza, instead of sports complex. It has shopping area, an exhibition hall, and convention hall. Next to DDP, you can find many shopping malls. If you're looking for clothing made in Korea, this is the place. From Dongdaemun Gate, you can walk to Naksan Park to see the eastern part of Seoul Wall. I recently found a cafe not too far from Naksan Park, and this cafe offers amazing Seoul City view. They serve liquor at night. I'm sure night view will be even better. Near Dongdaemun, there is a Gwangjang Market. It is actually textile market, but it is famous for Korean street food. Korean food is typically served with many dishes, so Korean street food means anything that can be served in a single bowl, such as noodle or dumpling. You can also see how kimchi is made at the market. We tried famous raw beef and the most famous one, mungbean pancake. Next to Gwangjang Market, there is Cheonggyecheon Stream that runs through the city. There are many restaurant options in Dongdaemun area, but we decided to visit Majangdong Beef Market. You can get Korean beef hanu at the market, and bring it to the restaurant and barbecue it yourself. Restaurants are usually located on the second floor of the butcher shop. There are many hotels in Dongdaemun area. You can easily find one there. We stay one of the hotels near Dongdaemun, and we love the outdoor swimming pool and indoor swimming pool at the hotel. Overall, if you're first time in Korea, you must visit all downtown Seoul. Palaces, villages, markets, mountains, cafes and restaurants, and so much more. And of course, don't forget to try Seoul City Tour Bus. Thank you.